Hello, 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 hello. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Merple, Dr. Leaf, Ken. Hello. Hello. Lupit. You're waiting for a doctor's appointment right now. Well, luckily, Dr. Leaf is in the chat. We've got you all covered, my friend. We've got you all covered. The doctor will, in fact, see you now. How long am I streaming for? I'm going to be streaming for a while today. I booked a day off work, and I decided I'm going to stream today. So I'll be streaming for a while. At least 4 or 5 hours. At least 4 or 5 hours. So we'll just have to wait and see. But it's a bit of an impromptu stream. I don't know what the vibe is going to be. We're going to figure it out. We're going to figure it out. Posture check, of course. Of course. We'll get those in. I'm not going to fly. Dill, yo, hello, my friend. It's been a while. Why are we doing a posture check? I'm not going to fly, Dr. Leaf. I'm not jumping off my bed. Again. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. I want to hydrate, of course. Got my Starbucks at the ready. Oh, good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. So yeah, today, I don't really know what we're going to be doing. Dynam, I am new. Man, something tells me that is just a little bit incorrect. But hello, Dynam. Welcome. I really can't watch much right now, but I'll come back in around 3 hours, and you can react to my PowerPoint, of course. And potentially make you mod if you can convince me, you know? There is always that convincement. Ow! Also, like, I full on, like, hurt my finger yesterday. Like, I don't know if you can see it. I've, like, properly torn off a bit of, like, a chunk of flesh right there. I accidentally was pushing a dolly at work through a door. My hand clipped the door, and now it's absolutely killing me. It's terrible. So, like, I keep, like, knocking it. It really bloody hurts. It really hurts. Anyways, I need some help. Can people blurt out random words? I need ideas. What's the idea for it? In fact, you gave the idea earlier, didn't you? What's going on here? I have to come up with a game idea based on the theme Reflect, and it has to be therapeutic in some way. Ooh, you could do some kind of, like, low-key therapy type stuff. Like, you're just, like, reflecting on the past or doing that kind of stuff rather than actually physically reflecting stuff. Like, reflecting on good memories or things like that. That could be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool indeed. Damn, 10 viewers already. What the hell's going on? This is like a Thursday morning, and I've just started streaming. Why are you guys all here? But welcome. That's too deep for me. That's fair. Avector? Am I saying that right? Avector TV. I'm gonna presume I'm saying that right. Avector TV. Hello. Hope everyone's having a rad day. And to you, my friend. And to you. It's going to be a good day. Because for me, it's still early days. It's only 10 o'clock. So we've got a whole day of possibilities ahead of us. Who knows where it'll take us, but no, I'm excited to find out. I'm excited to find out. Although, I think that posture checks actually gave it to me. Really? The idea? Okay. Okay, looking at the posture check donation animation, I can see a box full of things. So what I'm thinking is 3D Tetris, where you have to fill in a box, but it's already half full, and you have to try and fit it in. Or you have to fit a load of pieces in the box. That could be pretty interesting to make, actually. That would be really cool. That sounds fun. That sounds fun. You should do that. I'm presuming this is for a game jam, by the way. I am presuming this is game jam. If so, which one are you doing? Ken, hi, I'm new here. Totally. Yeah, you definitely don't show up to, like, every stream can whatsoever. That can't be you. Can't be you. An assignment, actually. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Like a game jam, but I don't have a choice. A forced game jam. A forced game jam. That is such a mood. Such a mood. Also, just while I'm on this, right? Dynam. See this? See this? With all these extra people, I figured it out. Why there's extra people? I've got two theories. Two theories. Theory one. There are people out there who are serial tabbers. People who might just have tuned into the stream and never actually closed it. It's muted, it's open in a tab somewhere. So they show up here, even though they're not actually watching. Theory 2, the actual API is broken, and there's actual, like, bots hard-coded into it, so if you have no views, you're still able to test the features. That's my other theory. But I'm not 100% sure. Because in theory, if you don't have any viewers, you can't really test the feature they all spawn in. But I don't know. I just read your DM, that Lazy, and now I'm breathing manually. So I thought, oh fuck. Oh, I just like being on autopilot, man. Why do I have? I'm now like manually breathing. I hate this. Like, do you ever do that thing where you just unironically forget to breathe, and then just like just start like low-key hyperventilating? That's me on a daily basis, honestly. I'm like so aware of it now. Why? This is horrible. But yeah, at the very least, what this does is it just populates the game world with just a little bit more. So I can't really complain. It looks a bit more populated. You can still find your own bot and all that kind of stuff. So it works. You know, it is what it is. It's worse when you manually digest your food. Oh no. Oh no, I feel that inside my belly. I don't... That's cursed. That's cursed. And that's the first thing you ever said in this stream. Why? I'm just like so self-aware right now. I don't like this. I don't like this. But welcome to the stream. But I don't like this. What's going on? Manually drinking tea. I'm gonna manually drink some coffee and just try and de-stress myself. I just manually swallowed and I felt it go down my throat. I'm like feeling everything. I feel like we're just like, I'm just in a heightened state of awareness right now. We're autistic. We don't want to be aware of our bodies. Exactly. We're all autistic. Like, you're not paying for Starbucks. Right. No, I didn't actually. That was a free coffee. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And no, the only reason I went to Starbucks today was because the local coffee shop that I usually go to down the road is closed. It wasn't open. And I wanted to start streaming, but I wasn't going to wait outside. So I went to Starbucks. Because I did used to be a serial Starbuckser. They were dark days, okay? They were dark days. I'm ashamed. I am very ashamed, but I did used to be a serial Starbuckser. I used to be, and still am, because it's carried over, a gold Starbucks member. I know, all that money wasted. Fun story, during COVID, I basically got a report sent to my bank account, which basically tells me, like, oh, what you're spending on and all that kind of stuff. In the UK, in the first year of COVID, I was in the top 1% of spenders at Starbucks. That is not a statistic I'm proud to admit, but it is a statistic nevertheless. It's an impressive one. The amount of money I wasted on Starbucks, though, all those years ago, it's crazy. It's crazy. Yo, kind of busy today, but came anyway for the prestige. Look, you're on the screen. You're there. You're gonna be, as long as you're lucky, you're on the screen. It's gonna be good shit. Thank you very much, Lara. Thank you very, very much. Or Laranja. Laranja. I'm gonna go with that. But yeah, we all change more than ever. Exactly. Like, I became a better man. I support local coffee shops. There's this new one down the road that I actually did some, I did a bit of freelancing for. I did some branding for them. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool, I must say. They didn't have, their like, poster was, like, just kind of, like, bad. So I basically went in and I was just like, yo, I really like your coffee. It's really cool stuff. You seem like a really cool guy. I just botched this together. Do you like it? And they were like, yeah, it's awesome. We're going to stick it outside. So basically, all their, like, advertising posters and stuff for, like, their local coffee shop, I made. And that was just a fun little, like, 3 hours I spent in Canva, just making some cool stuff, looking at their branding, looking at their logos, seeing how I can make something. It's pretty cool. I really enjoyed it. What country are you in? Trying to pin your accent. Ah, see, no one can pin my accent because I'm a fake. I'm a deep fake, you see. No one's able to pin it because I don't sound like where I'm from at all. I'm in the UK. I live in the UK, but that doesn't narrow it down because there are about 50 billion accents within the UK, right? But I don't sound anything like the city I actually am from. I basically, British people, yeah, walk 5 minutes and you can't understand the person next to you. It's just the way of the UK. It is what it is. I have to change my username. English speakers have a hard time with it. No, I'm just dyslexic as all hell. Like, I'm just gonna have a hard time, period. Like, don't take this on yourself. Please, this is a me problem, not a you problem. Refshed Ninja, hydrate. But of course. I hate that I know where you're from. I know you, and this makes no sense. Exactly. Exactly. Like, it doesn't make any sense that I sound the way I do. And good morning to you, my friend. Good morning. Yet another Dutch person in the chat. Yet another Dutch person. You sound northern. I am northern. Yeah. I mean, currently I live in Sheffield, which is like South Yorkshire, which is technically northern, even though it's not really, but like it is. East Coast, no, quite the opposite actually. Northwest, yeah. Leeds. I love Leeds though. I love Leeds. Like, I don't live that far away from there because obviously Sheffield, that's like an hour commute. I've been to Leeds a couple times with Mrs. Lazy, just on a little like city break. I honestly love it. Leeds is actually very similar to the place I'm from though, because I am in fact from Liverpool. I am a Scouser, chicken and a can of coke and all that stuff. Yeah, guys, you didn't even have to redeem the talk Scouse. Like I just gave you the trailer. Wait. There's more than one Dutch person in the chat. Yes, there is. Couple of the people that I know IRL are in the chat, and yeah, there we go. You're now friends. Congratulations. I baptized you as friends. How funny would it be if you two actually knew each other? Like, the Netherlands isn't actually that big, really. Like, it'd just be so funny. Just Redshift, you need to just like go find Dynam and just tell us all what he looks like. Just because it's so, there's a mystery surrounding this. A mystery. An absolute mystery. No one gets it. A lot is happening today, my god. Yeah. We still have 17 million people, though. You can narrow that down a little bit. He's at least 6 foot. So that narrows it down to now, like, 16 million. There you go. Easy. I've just knocked off a whole million people you have to investigate. We have a huge internet presence. You really do. Like, it's crazy. Crazy stuff. Do I need to make myself a little bit bigger? Because one thing that I discovered, right, when I've been making these shorts, because I've actually been doing my job. I've been putting shorts on YouTube. I know, crazy. Look at me doing stuff. But one thing I noticed is you can actually make clips on Twitch, which is cool. But then once you've made a clip on Twitch, you can go into the settings in Twitch and make it a portrait version, where it crops the camera, you can choose the screen, so it saves me a hell of a lot of editing. So I basically do that, drag that clip then into like Premiere Pro, add the subtitles, just add a few cuts if there's some silent bits or bits that are completely unnecessary. Boom, export, done. It took me like 2 seconds, but one of the things I noticed was because I'm technically downloading from the internet, this part of the screen, because I'm like shrinking it down, was a bit blurry. So I need to make myself ever so slightly bigger so that I can just be less blurry in my shorts. That's it. That's it. But yeah. The bots really tend to prefer that top corner. Do you know what? It's crazy. It is completely random, though. It is completely random. I think it's just one of those things, right? I completely refactored it. So you don't die when you fall off, because I'm going to be adding attacking. And then you're going to die when you get attacked. Or attack someone. Because, you know, we're building up to the big old battle royale. Could you imagine this being the battle royale? That would be crazy. That would be crazy. Nothing worse than being blurry in your shots. Tell me about it, man. Tell me about it. Like, I need that pirate software tier, like, shorts. And, you know, the blurry face just ain't gonna do it. Like, he has his hair going from. He looks fabulous at all times, and he's a fountain of all knowledge. I'm just a scouser on a TV screen. Like, I gotta try and up the game a little bit in some ways, and having a slightly less blurry webcam is just one of those tiny little improvements we can make. Win the lottery. Imagine. Let me just add that command real quick, and let me just spam it. That would be so useful. So useful. Oh, tent. I do want to add little props like that, though. The first thing we're going to do today, though, is we're going to add some atmosphere to this. So we're going to add some little trees. We're going to add some, I don't know. The only issue with trees, right, is they'll get in your way. That's the issue I have with trees. They're going to get in the way and you're not going to see your character. So I'm like, do I add trees? But at the very least, I should probably add some bushes or something like that. Because at some point, we are going to make the trees. Make them water trees. Yeah, just stick the trees in the water. That could be pretty cool. Or what I could do is just add little mini islands with trees on them that you can't get to. That's also an option. Metal foliage, if you will. Yes, exactly. I need some little foliage bits. Just to make it feel... Because it feels very empty at the moment. It feels very empty at the moment. I did say I was going to be dethroned. See, right, the issue now with this is that with Corner Gang is I think it's like a first come first serve because there's actual barriers there now. You physically cannot get closer enough. So ultimately what we're going to do is as soon as we get the attacks in, if you want to be Corner Gang leader, you're just going to have to fight your way to it. That's how we're going to set things up. You broke the corner, guys. It's freaking rigged. No, I mean, it's not broken. It's just kind of like more of a first come, first serve kind of basis thing. Make it so you only fall off in the Corner Gang set. I can do that. I can do that. That actually fixes one of the problems I have. So let me pull this up. We'll go to the live scenes. I don't know, this should work. So if I open this up, there we go. We've actually got it working. Look at this. So you say we just have to crash the game, so we can be the first. I mean, in theory, if you get enough viewers into the stream, it'll crash the game, and yeah, that would technically work. But do you want to do that? That's the question. Do you want to do that? And I feel like the answer should, at all times, be no. I don't even know how I deal with, like, more people in the chat. I feel like... Yeah, I really don't know how I would deal. That would be kind of, like, scary. I don't know. But what we'll do, we'll update it. We'll update it. Let's put that there. Let's pull this up. Okay. Ooh, let me press play real quick just to get rid of those water glitches. Water glitches. Alright, so we can unplay that. Cool, the water is now normal. So what I did essentially do is change the boundaries. So it's like physical boundaries. And now, when you remove random, we're sending raycasts up, down, left, and right from your player. And as you're moving, if you collide with one of those, it'll just change the direction you move in. Which was a much easier way of setting it up, rather than just being like, die if you come to an edge. Because I couldn't maintain that. Because let's say, for example, you come to this edge here. By just walking into the wall, you would die. that's a less than ideal situation to be in. Could you imagine just walking along, just minding your own business, you touch a rock and you just instantly drop dead? That's just not the vibe. So yeah, we kind of had to change that a little bit. But what we can do now is we've got this area here, which is basically a bit where there's a bit of an overlap, and technically it doesn't work. But we can put this up there where Corner Gang is. Or should we move Corner Gang to be on the beach or something? Is Corner Gang good where it is? Or do we all vote to move Corner Gang somewhere else? Like, maybe should Corner Gang be up here? Or should Corner Gang be down here? Or should it be on the beach? Corner Gang is classic. True. So you want to maintain the position of Corner Gang here? The OG. Okay. We'll keep Corner Gang there. The only issue is because of the way I've set it up, I'd have to completely remove everything. I feel like I should probably just redo this using multiple box colliders rather than doing one polygon collider. Because if I want to change anything, I have to like completely delete everything, and that's just like less than ideal for everyone. So yeah, let's actually just do that. Let's remove collider. Let's add a box collider 2D. We'll add a composite collider. We'll make sure that's at the top. Close it down. This is going to be used by composite, and now we can adjust it. Okay, let's come along. So then we basically just want to make all the different bits and bobs, but leaving the Corner Gang exposed. Always leaving Corner Gang exposed. And then we can just copy component and paste component. And then we can just add another collider. Look at that. Look at us doing the programmy things. I mean, sure, rigid body can just go at the top, I guess. Minimize those. Paste as new. Okay, so then we'll come along, we'll add these here. This is going to be a bit of a faff, but technically it will save us a lot of, like, faff in the future, because I can just move different colliders as and when. It's not going to be the end of the day. But especially if we add new islands and stuff, I don't necessarily want to be redoing it constantly, you know? Maybe make all the boundaries separate game objects. It's not going to greatly affect performance, but it will make editing the boundaries much easier. That is a very good point, actually. You make a very good point. So we can remove the collider, we can remove the rigid body, and then we can just remove all of these. Untick that as collider, remove component. You make a very, very good point. We'll just put the respawn point out there. Boundary. In fact, we don't need the respawn point anymore, because I'm not using it. So we can just do that. And oh no, that is a very bad. That is a bad. We'll actually just reset this, so it's like right in the middle. Just so it's gonna make our life just ever so slightly easier in the future. There we go. Because now I can just move them where they actually need to be, and that just feels a little bit nicer, you know. Just a smidge less annoying. That. Why is it only showing one? Does it only just show the one that's active? Does it not? Do colliders not show by default? Do they only show when you're holding over them? Oh, that's a bit silly. Is there a way to actually change it so you can actually, like, see all the colliders at once? Does anyone know that? Does anyone know if that's a thing? Like, is there a gizmo for colliders that I just don't have ticked? I want to be able to see all the colliders at once if I really want to, rather than, like, just shift controlling over them. What you can do is give them all sprite renderers that is not visible by the camera. Would that actually fill, though? Like, if I go to sprite renderer, and let's make it green just for the sake of it, and then let's just add a square, boom. I mean, yeah, But then the thing is... Oh, wait, no. Actually, if I... Oh! 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 Ha, 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 ha. Let's just, like... remove component. Come in here, and then we'll add the... Collider 2D again. And now if I make this bigger... Has the collider got bigger with it? Oh! Look at that. Look at that. And then we'll just make this, like, kind of semi-transparent. You, sir! You, sir! Chef's kiss. I'd give you one in person if I could, but can't, so I shan't. Feels bad. Right, these are now the colliders. This is great. This just works. I love this. Of course, we need to leave corner gang exposed. Of course, you have to leave corner gang exposed. You got to edit the scale of the object, not the collider. I got you. I got you. Do you have the camera's culling mask set up? No, but I can. I mean, I can just get that set up so it doesn't render out of bounds. Culling mask. Don't render out of bounds. So then we come in and oh, boom, done. Oh, love that. No, honestly, I just love having you in the stream because like I just don't have to think. It's great. It's great. Hydrate, of course. Chin chin. By the way, the title does not relate on YouTube because I feel like you might want to turn off because it feels that yes. Let me do that thing because it's not a Pal World stream. We're not currently streaming Pal World, so we probably should change that. There we go. I'll just change it the same. Like the Twitch grants don't work on YouTube, but it's the same. It's what it is. There we go. There we go. Exactly. I always start with a square and then add a box collider using that shape as the collider. Okay, there you go. Yeah. I've never thought to do this before. This is cool. See, this is why streaming's so good. I would never have thought to do something like this, but it's genius. Like, I learned so much when doing these streams. It's great. It's fucking great. And then I can just come along and just stretch the shapes out instead. It's brilliant. Brilliant, I tell thee. And then I can come along and just duplicate that. And then, oh, yes. Oh, yes. This makes my life so much easier. So much easier. Game dev is fun. Game dev is fun, guys. It's great. Like that. Let's make it ever so slightly. No. Sure. Let's bring it out. Bring that there. Duplicate. Oh my god. Making colliders has never been so easy. What is this? What is this? I mean, it's still a little bit tedious, but this is still better than the way I had it set up. Those polygon colliders were just not it whatsoever. They were just not it. Okay, move back. Yeah, we'll just leave it at that. Sure. That can come down there. Here we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now try a collider based on... now try make a collider based on a sprite that has to be perfect. And it's not a box shape. It's such a pain. It's such a pain because the default Unity one leaves massive edge around it. Ooh. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? I remember. I have done that before. That would be a faff. But no, this is so much better. And the culling mask trick as well. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I need to do this in AmbersTale. Because right now, well, do I need to do it? Yeah, I should probably do it in AmbersTale. I probably should do it in AmbersTale. I need to work on AmbersTale. Maybe we do some of that today. What do we think? Do we work on some AmbersTale today? It's been a hot minute, hasn't it? It's been a hot minute since we've worked on any of that. I was actually thinking I might need to at some point refactor the state machine for the character. Obviously, because in the last few weeks, I've learned a hell of a lot more, and I've been iterating on my existing designs for the state machine, and I feel like the one I'm using is probably like a little bit outdated. But at the same time, I don't want to just refactor it all over again just for the sake of it. That also just doesn't make sense. Can I just go all the way across with this? Should I just go all the way across? I feel I should. Yeah, we can make this go up ever so slightly like this. Wait, is there already one there? Oh, there's already one there. Ah, fuck it, let's just do that. That's fine. I definitely want to, like, change it a little bit. But I feel like it's also, like, it's something that I should do as less of a priority. It shouldn't be one of the things I'm focusing on, if that makes sense. Just because there's no point in refactoring it right now when I could just be making more of the game. I feel like that's just a little bit more important, you know? Let's just make sure these are all exactly equal, just for my OCD's sake. Come along and put that there. And now... Oh, no, this needs to be up. This needs to be up. This needs to be on the actual cliff, not on the bottom of the cliff. That wouldn't really work. Alright, I mean, this should just work, right? This should just work. And we've got the corner gang exposed. Let's play this, and if you want, let's go. Let's give it a go, guys. First to corner gang. Let's give this a go. Type your messages, spawn in, and see if corner gang will kill you. Corner gang will not kill you. I don't have the kill script set up. 2 seconds. This won't work because you're just going to be able to walk on the water. You're all just going to start performing miracles, and it's just not going to be it. It's just not going to be it. So I need to add a second bounding box. We'll add this in corner gang kill script. Okay, we'll add this up here. We will again add the sprite. Sprite. It's spelt correctly. Sprite renderer. We'll add the square. We'll make this red because, you know, red equals dead. Boom. We'll add the collider. Box collider. Boom. There we go. So this will just kill you if you get too close, which I absolutely love that for this game. Okay, and then on these, we need to add our bounding box script, which I need to double check. Button Mash Dev resubscribing. Hello and welcome, and being a 2-month subscriber. You know what I need to do? I need to make a badge. I need to add a badge for these monthly resubscriptions and all that. But what should I make? What should I make? Like, what can be the little, like, badge of honor to show, like, your tier? Because we need different tiers of it, naturally. But what should it be? Should it be, like, different cups? Different cups of tea. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, a silver cup, a gold cup, a diamond cup. Like, do we do that? Like, what's the vibe? I feel like that's the most theme. It should be a little teacup, shouldn't it? It should be. I don't know. I have a founder's badge. Is very proud, but also annoyed. They were second, not first. Subscribe. True. You are a founder. You know, is it only the first 10 people that get the founder's badge? But, like, damn, you've got, like, you're just collecting these founder's badges, aren't you? Absolutely crazy. Cups half full for the jug. Now, I think I want to do the just a flat 2D cup, just with the different colors, because again, it's going to be really small, so being able to see the different levels is like probably a little bit of a faff, isn't it? Half full for the chug. I don't want to make the chug like a meta thing. I'm hoping the chug kind of dies like in the next kind of like couple weeks. Will chug ever die? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. First 10, yeah, not gifted though. Fair. So you have to be one of the first. What are you drinking now? Just drinking a caramel latte from Starbucks. My normal cafe was it was closed. Sad times. So I couldn't go and frequent my normal coffee. So I had to go to Starbucks. Dine 'em with those chugs. Respawn point. So yeah, I was kind of saddened. Do you know what? I actually feel like the respawn point should be up here, just to make you have to walk all the way back to Corner Gang. You have to do the walk of shame. So if you actually fall off, you have to do a walk of shame rather than just spawning right next to it again. I think that's the vibe. That is the vibe. And in fact, I feel like this should be out, because I'll use this for other things as well. So we'll come in, we'll add the respawn point. I need to double check what the code here actually does. Sorry, Lazy, but it is meta. I know. I'm just going to be chugging. 10 years time, I'll be here. I'll have like 200 people in chat, and you'll all just be making me chug. And I'm gonna die. I feel like this is how I die. I'm gonna chug myself to death. That's gonna happen, isn't it? That's gonna happen. Viewer, state manager, fall state, respawn. What does the fall state does everything it should do, I feel. So that should be fine. This is how you die for content. Literally, you've got to commit to the grind. Apparently, I've got to commit to it. And to be fair, I am. Just casual Thursday day-long stream. No biggie. That sounds like a euphemism. No, it doesn't. I don't know what you're talking about. I do not know what you're talking about, my friend. No. But, yeah. I feel like this should work now, right? This should work. Alright, let's give this a go. Everybody, please, do your thing. Let's compete for Corner Gang. And let's see if it actually... Oh, I need to set up the culling mask, of course. 1 second. Out of bounds, so then it won't render in the actual thing. There we go. Move on to... Lazy, I'm sorry, I had to fix the problem. I'm sorry, it's here. No Corner Gang leader for me. I'm out. Now that you can die, you don't want to go there. Is that how it is? There we go. Let's see who can get there. Let's see if we can get it working. Why am I getting errors? Oh, that's just that normal error. I need to fix that at some point. Basically, just because someone did the first message they sent was a command, it stops working. Wait. I thought I'd spawn at the top. This is true. You're also glitching out ever so slightly. This seems like a problem. Oh, and there's everyone else. There's a lot of people. Yeah, a lot of these people aren't actually watching as well. Which is... I don't know how to get rid of them. Because this is a lot of people. There are not this many people in the stream. I may just have to recommit to the only people who send a message end up on screen. I might just have to do that. Because also, this is a lot of people just kind of like... there. And I know some people are watching, but I don't know. Oh, we got a death. A dynam spawned at the top. Okay, so it did work. And we've got the skulls. The funny thing is, technically, people... the delay killed me. How much of a delay was there? Was it bad? Was the delay bad? Like, is everything running smoothly for everyone? Or it like 3 seconds? Really? 3 seconds? Damn. I mean, that's not too bad, I guess. I guess that's not too bad. You just have to do little steps. You have to do little bits at a time. It does delay for me too. Sad test. Okay, there we go. So I feel like... Let's see. Let's wait for Dynam. Yeah, about 3 seconds. Okay. It could be worse. It could be a lot worse. To be fair, at some point, what I am going to do is just exclusively stream on Twitch. That's going to be the ultimate move. But for the time being, you know, we move. Look at all these people. Yeah, I feel like just because of the shape of this area, it traps the bots just with the program that we've got, you know. It is what it is. It is what it is. So yeah, this is the one this one's the main one that's just running in the background, whereas this is the demo version that we're testing on. But I've always got the main one running, so if I need to go pee, which happens all the time with all the chugs, it's still there. It's good times. But yeah, this is the one we're currently running. Yeah. I don't even recognize a lot of these names. So I feel like... I mean, unironically, these people could all be in the stream. That's the thing. These people could be in the stream. Just like having it open somewhere so it's being detected. They're bots. I feel like they're bots. They're random accounts that stream 24/7. How do I get rid of them though? And join chats to spread. Ah, that's what it is. That's a lot. That's a lot though. Like, to be fair, we've got what, 12 people. So about like 40%, just FYI, I'm not a bot, just lurking. Fair. Hello, hey Vintage, well, first time chatter as well. Happy days. Thank you for the lurk. I appreciate it. That's the thing. There's just a lot though, is the thing. There is a lot. And I'm like, do I need to, should I set it so that this is the way it is? I mean, to be fair, it does get rid of any that essentially are not actually watching. They do get removed from this after a bit of a delay. So if anyone is to leave, they would dip. But yeah, it is a little bit of a tricky one. I feel like I need to add a little bit of a delay as well, because they're all moving at exactly the same speed when they move, or it's at least very similar. The thing is that that bots don't ever leave the chat. Yeah, they just stay connected forever. I could set up a blacklist, to be fair, so if I know that if there are certain bots, but the thing is, that could change day to day, you know? I could set up a blacklist. Can you not just check the first message in the chat? Yeah, we can. But the thing is, quite a lot of people don't actually message. And having that be a condition for them to spawn in, it feels like isn't as inclusive, you know? Because this is like everyone who's in the stream should have an opportunity to be in the game, regardless of whether they're actually sending a message or not. Which is fine. Because the way we had it set up, and I can just revert to it, I can just delete this, and it will just work. Store a massive database of first-time chatters ever. That's a good point, actually. That's a good point. I could do that. So only people who have ever chatted, even if they're just lurking, would be in the game. That's a good point. I'm gonna set that up real quick. I'm gonna open Notion on this monitor. I need to make a little to-do page. I need to add a little to-do page. In fact, give me 2 seconds. I'm just gonna switch to the other view. There we go. Just so I can pull up Notion and still read chat. There we go. Because I want to make a new game. I want to make a new game on my Notion page so I can add all these notes. Because I will forget everything. What you can do is what you can do, which is what Stream Avatars does. Check if they're following. True. So anyone who's lurking, if you're a follower, will jump. That's a good idea too, actually. That's a good idea too. So only the followers will show up. I guess it technically gives the incentive to follow, but I don't know. It's still restrictive in some ways. Another perspective is some people like to lurk without being seen. I've used Stream Avatars and used outed views, and it's outed viewers in the past. Yeah. That's the thing, like, that's what, I guess that's one of the things that you could like opt in by following, essentially. Interesting. Oh no, databases. By the way, Dr. Leaf, the wall kills you just by peeking. Just by peeking? I mean, it's basically if you collide with it directly, it would kill you. Because I can show you actually exactly how it works. before I pull this up again, let me just move Notion. I can show you exactly how it works if we do this. So if we go into the game, just like select someone at random. There you go. That's your collider. If this touches this, you die. That's how big your collider is for reference. It's just slightly smaller than it basically aligns up with the front of your helmet. So as long as the front of your helmet isn't touching this, you'll be sound. So use that as your gauge. That's the size of your player collider. Okay? There you go. That's how you make it work. That's how you make it work. The green reg on the aren't perfectly aligned. Yeah, I just kind of botched it together. I'll properly line up later on for sure. Yeah. What should we do? Should we set it so you have to be followed to show up on this? Like you have to be a follower. Is that what the vibe is, do we think? So then people can just lurk without showing up, but by following, that's kind of like opting you into being okay with being on this. I feel like that's probably the way to do it, because then people can anonymously lurk. And I guess, in theory, you could just unfollow and follow later on if you just really didn't want to be on that. Or I can make a command that basically just lets you delete. You could use a chat command for people not following that want to join in. I mean, technically, by sending a message, it will put you into the game. Sending a message will by default put you in at the moment. So there's two ways you can spawn at the moment. By sending a message, that will put you into the game because the message will then show. Or just, currently I've got it set up so just being in the stream after a short delay will automatically add people in. But obviously it does make sense for people to have may want a way to opt out. But it's how do we want that to be? How do we want that to be? Exact same time again. Yeah. Yeah, I don't really want people to be like constantly following and unfollowing as well. That feels like it's a bit of that's a bit of an excessive way to go about it. Don't you need to be followed to send a message anyway? No, I don't think so. People can send messages without following. Retrix, hello, first time chatter. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How do we want to do this? I mean, yeah, this is literally a list of everyone that's in at the moment, including all the like lurkers and all that kind of stuff. I don't know. I could just set up a command, but then you still have to send a message in order to do it. So maybe I just set it up so like you do only just spawn in if you send a message. That way you can lurk in peace. You can lurk in peace. I feel like that's probably just the best way to do it. Or if you're already followed, but no, because again, people can't lurk mysteriously. Yeah, I mean, the objective of the game later down the line is going to be such that, like, you'll idly do stuff anyway, like chop wood or go fishing and do that kind of stuff, which you would have to command. So I guess if you want to participate on the actual thing, and we'll have some kind of leaderboard or something to see who's provided the most resource of what, that kind of stuff. Yeah, I think we should probably just get rid of the on join function. I think we should still keep the on left function. So if people leave the stream, they're not always on it. I think this is still a good thing to have. The on leave. So if people leave, their character will disappear as well with them. And then if they come back, they can always type a message and join back in again. I think that's fine. But yeah, I feel like on joined we should probably get rid of. We'll keep all the functionality there because it's going to be good for us to just have it and not have to worry about fixing it all. But yeah, I feel like that's probably the way to do it. So now you can still, you can join, but you have to send a message to join. I feel like that's probably the right thing to do. Because then we don't have the, like, LazyTeaBot and stuff. Or I guess I could get LazyTeaBot to spawn in automatically anyway. So basically when I instantiate things, so if I do start, I could just basically get LazyTeaBot to send a message. How do I do that again? Viewer. It'll be in here somewhere. Yeah, here we go. This is what I need. I'll get LazyTeaBot to just send a message and be like, yo, I'm here. Client connect, and then Twitch client join. I don't need that. I don't need that. I can do science. Send message. And basically have it so it says, like, LazyTeaBot has joined. LazyTeaBot is active. There we go. Save that, and then LazyTeaBot will always be in. Okay. I think this is probably the way to do it. Hopefully LazyTeaBot should automatically join in here. They'll send the message, and they'll size collection parameter index. What? Client join channel 0. Why this no work? Why this no work? LazyTeaBot. There might be an on joined and on. Yeah. There is a username. Pretty sure there's a command for, like, connect is probably ASIC. Yeah, there is one for just, like, connecting, right? I'm pretty sure there is. Let me try and find it. Did I save it somewhere? Twitch libraries, there we go. Where is the link of commands? Listen to whispers, pops up. Get channel videos by username. No, I don't need the API stuff. I'll message the on join channel. It's on join channel, isn't it? Yeah, it's basically this that I need. Pretty much. Let's go back to Twitch Connect. Let's paste that in. Get rid of that. Bot username is join the channel. LazyTeaStudios. Yeah, that's fine. Send message. I was showing the channel. PogChamp. And then I need on join. Is it on connected? On join channel, or is it on connected? Is sexually connected to Twitch? Oh no, it's on connected that I want. Is it? Is it on connected or on join channel that I want? I think it's on connected. What's the goal of the game? Are the soldiers going to be fighting each other to the death, or are they going to be building a village or something? Both. So the main goal, or the priority goal, is basically to set it up so it's going to be like a little idle interactive game. So you'll join in, there'll be different tasks to do, like up in the top corner there'll be a little forest, there'll be a little mine somewhere that I'll add in, there'll be some fishing, you'll be able to fish down on the beach, that kind of stuff, and you'll basically send your character, you'll move your character to a certain area and you'll start just idly doing a job. And as a community you have to gather enough resources to build different shops in the middle. So there might be a cosmetic shop, which then you can use that to basically customize your character and do that kind of stuff. And it's basically a big community effort to build up this city. There'll be one shop that will unlock different events, like a battle royale, for example. So you can, as a community, raise enough money to start a battle royale where you will then basically fight to the death and do all that kind of stuff. It's basically my own little version of Stream Avatars, but with an idle city builder built in. That's overall what it will end up being. We'll have different commands. And also, one of the main reasons I'm doing this is just because when I stream, there are lots of segments, such as this one, where I'm just aimlessly talking and I'm not doing anything on screen. So it gives us something to like show on screen, and like you be able to interact with the on screen while I'm talking and doing that kind of stuff, rather than just having like a random Unity page open like this while I'm talking, showing a bunch of error messages all the time. Like, it's just a little something just to switch to, have set up, and just not have to worry about it all that much. But with the caveat of being able to actually set things up and, as a community, build something together. In AmbersTale, it's 7:50 AM here. I'm on my job taking breakfast, and I'm here to say hello. Well, hello in AmbersTale. Hello, 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 and welcome. Good to have you here. Hope you're going to have a great day at work. Hope you're having a great day at work. I'm just not at work today. It's great. I was meant to be at work, but yeah, decided not to go in today. Took a day off as holiday, and you know what? Here we are streaming. I've actually only got 4 days left. 4 working days left before I go to my new job. Well, 4 working days at this new job, then I've got 4 days off, and then I start my new job. But, right, this is the big thing, right? I'm leaving my job 4 days early. Why am I leaving my job 4 days early? So I can do a subathon. So I need to get this game into a certain state. And one thing I'm going to show you, right? If I click... Okay, it might not be in this build. In fact, I know for a fact it's not in this build because I didn't activate it. But what I can do is I can come in here. I added a little bit of functionality yesterday. Just a smidge of functionality with this ribbon. So if I reactivate this, yeah, I can like open thing. We're gonna get subscriber and follow notifications in the game. In the game, it's gonna be able to pop up, and we're gonna be able to. When I do it properly, gonna have little pop-ups like this. How cool's that? So we'll be able to add. We'll have a little tally and stuff for the subathon, like how long is left, all that kind of stuff, and it's all gonna be calculated in the game. Epic stuff. Epic stuff. So yeah, that's gonna be the vibe. That's gonna be the vibe. So yeah, gonna be doing a subathon. I've purposely given myself 4 days, just in the rare instance where it ends up going on a little bit too long. But the plan is basically going to be to essentially just stream for those 4 days. Could be fun. It could be fun. We'll play some games. We'll make some games. Be a vibe. It'll be a vibe. But yeah, that's the plan. That's the plan. So we'll just have to wait and see. I think I should get a lot of work done. Like, I'm going to be doing a lot of AmbersTale development and stuff during that time. So yeah, I'm just looking forward to it, to be honest. I'm just really looking forward to it. Sounds cool. How do you filter through people actually chatting versus people spamming commands? So I've basically got these functions here, these events set up. So one of them is for a command, and one of them is for a message. What the command function does is it basically does the exact same thing as a message, but it detects if the message starts with an exclamation point, removes the exclamation point, then processes the command itself. So we've got this. This connects to the actual players themselves and spawns them in. And then we've got these. So the message function will basically handle the pop-up message. If it starts with an exclamation point, it's not going to show the message. If it doesn't, then it'll show the message and it'll spawn it in. That's how we've got it set up. And then the commands is a completely separate thing, and we basically just don't run the script to showcase the pop-up on the commands. So it will only show a message if it doesn't start with an exclamation point, and it's impossible to type a command without it starting with an exclamation point. So that's how we've done that bit. So your hand commands from chat. Not like it still shows them in the Twitch chat itself, which I don't know how I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna try and see if there's a way that if you type a command, I can get the bot to automatically like delete your message. I'm gonna try and set up some kind of like moderation kind of thing, so it'll just, whenever you type a command, it will just automatically delete it in the chat. But for now, all the commands will just show in the Twitch chat, but it won't show in game at the very least. That's something I'm gonna have to figure out. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but it'll come to me one day. Simster, hello, welcome. Hope you're having a lovely day. That would just fill up Twitch with message deleted, wouldn't it? Yes, but at least it's easier to still see the actual messages. Because at the moment, you're having to like manually look to see, oh, is that a command? No. Is that a command? No. At least if it's got a bunch of like message deleted, you know, you're still able to actually just filter through, and you can just automatically default to what is a command. That's the other way. Someone uses channel points for command tools. Yes, that was another thing that I was tempted to do, but at the same time, I don't know. I feel like that's... I don't know. Like, just using a bunch of channel points, I feel is maybe like... I'm not 100% sure about it. I'm not 100% sure. We could do it, but for the sake of moving, I feel like moving around and setting the values for moving, I feel like that could be a bit annoying, especially when you can just type commands, you know? I will be using channel points for some of the like events, so starting the battle royale, all that kind of stuff. They will be set up with channel points, but I'll probably also have those manual commands as well. It's like, we'll see how it goes. But I feel like for moving your character around manually, like it's just a bit of a faff to use channel points for that. I don't know how fun that would be. What was I doing just now? I can't remember what I was doing. Oh yeah, I was setting this up on the onjoined. Onjoined channel. Onjoined. Oh no, I don't want onjoined because that's just what I've done. I want the on-connect. The on-connect is what I actually want. Because unjoined is what I've currently got set up. I basically want to set it. It is on-connected, so as soon as the stream actually connects, it will spawn in the main bot, but it won't spawn in multiple other people. So that's fine. So we'll just put that in there. Unconnected, that's all good. I don't actually need that. That's fine. Get it set so the bot types a message. On center. Okay. Okay, so then we want unconnected. Let's see if this works. Unconnected. Let's have a gander. I don't know if it will, because I haven't actually got anything in place to spawn a character with this, but give it a go. I could just, after a short delay, just get the bot to... I mean, yeah, we're successfully connected, so that's what we expected. Why can't I send a message, though? That's what I'm curious about. Maybe if we set it in the unconnected, so if we did actually connect, then it sends the message. Let's try that. So again, we'll just copy this. Twitch client. And then we'll just get rid of all of this and be like, connected. Let's see if that works. So it will only actually send the message once it's successfully connected, because I feel like doing it here it's not actually waiting for it to connect, so it can't actually send because we haven't connected yet. So at least this way, we'll see. Let's see. Okay, it didn't spawn it in. Bollocks. Naps. 4 naps? At which point are we allowed to bully people? Using Unity. Always. Always. I unironically like Unity. I just can't be bothered to learn another game engine right now. Like, the thing is, though, I've said this before, right? Once I've finished AmbersTale, I probably will switch to another game engine. I'll probably start looking into Godot. Godot looks really cool. Okay, so it typed the message there. So it typed the message in chat, but it didn't populate when it did type. Maybe it typed it too quick. I don't know. Hi. There we go. I'm in the game. Woo! Yeah, so it's one of those things, like, I've got my main project. I'm already like a year deep into that. I just cannot be fucked to just like port that over. So I'm just gonna finish my game in here. And also for game jams and stuff like that, I know how to use Unity, so it's just more efficient for me to do this. But at some point, I will go through the process of trying to learn another engine fully. But yeah, I don't know. Like, it works for now. It works. Like, the odds of me earning £1 million, jeez, I need to fix the stop command, apparently. This is causing issues. This is causing issues. Look at Ken. Look at Ken right here. This should not be happening. That should not be a thing. It's just mindlessly switching between the 2 different states. But yeah, like, I'm fine with the change. I don't like how they did it, how they went about it, but like the changes now, I'm fine with, because if I earn over £1 million in like profits in revenue, then I don't mind paying Unity, because at the end of the day, I'm using their software. I'm fine with that. But yeah, like, it's not really a problem for me, so I'm not gonna do anything about it. If it becomes a problem, I'll do something about it. It's not a problem. So yeah, I also just don't want to learn another language, all that kind of stuff right now. That's the thing, right? Because I still work full time. I work a full-time job and then I do this in my free time. If I was blessed with the opportunity to do this as my full-time thing and be the thing that pays the bills, I would actively start looking and learning other game engines. Actively. But right, I just don't have the time right now. Between having to make YouTube videos, between having to do game jams, stream, actually make my game, have a social life, pay the bills by working a full-time job, there just isn't enough hours in the day to just also just casually learn to use another piece of software completely and a new language. So yeah, like, not gonna happen. Because at the end of the day, the choice I have to make is, do I want to spend 4 hours working on my game, or do I want to spend 4 hours each day learning something that ultimately won't make any big impact on what I'm doing at the moment? You know, that's the kind of ultimatum I'm having to deal with, which is unfortunate. It would be very nice to have just more hours in the day, I must say. It would be very nice to just have more hours in the day. But here we are. Here we are. I just need a way to get the bot to connect. Is that too hard to do? Is that like just like too hard? New viewers joined. I don't know why it's sending the message, but it's not detecting the message. Let me try something. So let's add an update function. Update. If input.get key down, key code escape, key code mouse 0. Let's send the message then, rather than unconnected. So then what we'll do is we'll just do that. So let's see if it's to do with like a delay. We'll basically have to figure this out, because I can basically just play, let everything boot up for a couple seconds, then click, And if it works then when the message is sent, then we know that we just need to add a little delay to the unconnected to add LazyTeaBot. So it's running, it's running, it's running. If I then click, it will send the message, but it's not actually spawning it in. Why is it when I send the message through Unity, it's not sending the message? So it's not a case of LazyTeaBot. Interesting. This is very interesting. So if I send a message or a message through the Unity editor, it will send it in the chat, but it won't recognize that as a chat to initialize a character. That's very interesting. I just felt a buffer on my end. Oof, I do apologize. Ooh, why is that the case? I'm able to add a way to get the bot to connect. What other commands do we have? That's the thing. What other commands do we have? Hydrate, definitely. Thank you very much, Ken. Thank you, thank you. I don't know. I don't know. Is there a list of like the different commands for this somewhere? There's got to be, right? There's got to be a list of like Unity events. Yeah, it should be this. Twitch client, package list, models, common enums, events. Is it events that I want? On whisper. I feel like it's events. On channel extension, on clear args, on list, on follow, on message, deleted. No, it's not this. Models? No. Twitch client, chat, client. Oh, here we go. This is what we need. Okay. On message cleared, on message received. Okay, that's all fine. So we're detecting all of that. Is there a way to just add a specific? So user on joined. So that's the thing. Whenever I do the on joined, it straight away, or at least when I did this, right, it straight away created the bot. But I don't want it to, like, the bot was added straight away, but it doesn't, it just adds too many people later on. I don't know. Wait, what you're looking for? Basically, just a way to specifically add a specific player. So basically to detect if a certain player is joined. Because I want to add the bot, because one way I was going to do it was basically because I want LazyTeaBot to spawn in. I want that to be on the actual island, just so I can test stuff with LazyTeaBot. If I program LazyTeaBot to send a message through Unity, though, it doesn't add them in the game. It doesn't register the message being sent through Unity as a message sent on Twitch to spawn them in, because I've basically got it set up so if someone types a message, sends a message, it adds them into the game. But if the message is sent through Twitch or through Unity, it doesn't register it for some reason. Because like if I press play here, if I click, it sends I send a message through to the thing, right? So I'll click. You can see LazyTeaBot just sent a message, but it didn't register it. Since the bot is sending a message, I'm assuming it doesn't register its own messages. It's gotta be. But when I had the on-joined thing done here, so if I re-enable this, the bot spawns in straight away, right? Straight away, instantaneously. See, the bot's in straight away. It detects that the bot's here before anything else. And then it buffers and waits to detect if anyone else is going on. So I basically want this. This is what I want to happen, just without everyone else spawning in afterwards. So I could just, like, set this command up, but then disable it after a second. Like, that could work. Like, just disable this after, like, a short delay or something. As in, everyone spawns at the same time, right? Yeah, everyone, like, it's like on a timer. It doesn't actually update constantly. Like, it goes through, like, periods where it's like, okay, let's check now and send the data. But the bot is the exception. The bot always spawns in straight away. It takes a while for it to receive a list of the rest of the active viewers, though. Whereas I want the bot to spawn in. Tis a bit strong. Tis a bit strong. For the on user join command, you could do a boolean to check whether the bot has spawned. So at the start, you can make it false. True. So check to see in the list if it contains LazyTeaBot. If the bot will only spawn once and with then the bot will only spawn once and with everyone else. Then the bot will only spawn once and with oh no, that's the point. I don't want everyone to spawn. I only want the bot to spawn. I don't want it to spawn with everyone. I don't want to spawn everyone. Oh no. How do I want to do this actually? Like, how do I want this? Let me pull up a page so I can visualize things, right? How do I actually want this to work? Okay, so we've got bots that we don't want people to spawn in. We only want to spawn in people who are or who have previously chatted. So only spawn people that are chatted ever. Which I guess would include LazyTeaBot, but I can just do that. But I need to add some persistent data as well then, if that's the case. I'll have to have some kind of persistence. Which is fine, I can set that up. But only spawn people who have ever chatted. And that means in previous streams and everything as well. So I'm basically going to have to make a docs file or something. A txt with a list of all the previous chatters. It'll basically check when it's doing the initialization. So when it's initializing, spelt correctly, of course, not like this. We basically want to check if they have chatted before, and if no, do nothing, and if yes, spawn them in. Oh no, not when initializing, when on joined. So basically we're still checking it all, but instead of just spawning everyone who's watching, only spawning the people that have chatted before. So in an engaged person. I feel like that's probably the best way to do it. Like, basically have a list of people. I have a file CS if you want to, if you want for creating files. Dynam uses it. I can send it over if you want. Yeah, that works. That works. It's not like I need this to be secured or like anything like that. So, because I'm the only one that's ever going to be running this game. So that's fine. Yeah, that would work. That'd be brilliant. See, this is what I need. I need to set up like different like scripts and stuff like that, just so I can use them in different projects. This is what I need. Yeah. So I basically need to set up a way to check on this. Yeah, so I don't need the on connected anymore. I'm not going to do that. So let's get rid of that. Yeah. And then anyone who ever chats will be added to this list. And then we check if that list contains people. And then we initialize them into this dictionary. Which is fine. That's cool. We're gonna have to add a persistence manager, aren't we? Just to check those things. Add a list. Yeah, I feel like that's probably the best thing to do, isn't it? And we'll check the. What we'll do is we'll actually check the user IDs. That we'll save people's user IDs rather than their actual usernames. So if people do change their usernames, they'll still show up and all that kind of stuff. It is a small change, but it's a change that we need to make nevertheless. Nevertheless. All right. Let's come in, scripts, we'll just add a new folder for persistence. Did I spell that right? Definitely not. Persistence. I'm just going to call that correct. Persistence manager. Okay, and we're basically gonna have a list of, I don't actually know how lists work, I'm not gonna lie. I've never manually set up a list in my life. Okay, check general. Okay, awesome. General. What did you say after that? Just drag and drop that into your scene and it should work nicely. Awesome. Download files. Ooh. Yeah, we'll just put it in here actually. We're using this for persistence. And files. Let's read through this. What does this do? Oh, this is like properly written. Look at this. Okay, public, static, write to file, create file, write to array, string data, bool, append, destroy file, read file. Okay, I'm gonna wait further instruction. I'm gonna wait further instruction here. List string users equals new list. I'm just gonna copy that. Copy. Where's my persistence manager? There we go. String users equals new string. Okay. Then. Oh, why did it block that out? What did it actually say? I mean, at the start, do we need to create? We need to create the file once, but then we only have to do it once, right? But say I build it. It's going to be different every time I build, isn't it? How am I going to want to do this? If you do update, it keeps like breaking your messages, so I can't actually see like what you're typing. That's really annoying. That's really annoying. I do checks to make sure it doesn't override the channel. To make it doesn't override everything. Okay. File dot create. I would just spell out the dot mood. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll do start file dot create file. Is it that? File path. Oh god, how am I gonna do that? Is there a... I just want to create the path in like the build. Then use... that's a lot of programming. It's scary stuff. Scary stuff. application.persistent data path. Okay. Application.persistent data. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. So that'll just always save it to the same place. I didn't know that existed. That's very nice. Okay, create file. File path. Okay. Ooh. Just delete that, because that's going to cause an error when building. Plus something like save txt, I think. In the same thing. File path. Let's try and create new. Plus save or user data dot txt, like that. Or I should do existing data, existing user data dot txt. So that should be fine, right? Yep, that should work. Happy days. Okay, so that'll create the file, but if it already exists, it won't override it. That's already baked in, right? From what you said. If file exists, then return file. Okay, cool. If it doesn't, create the new one. Cool. Awesome. Then what we want to do is make a public void save user to list to active viewer list, like so. We're going to pass through string user ID. We're just going to save the user IDs rather than the names themselves, and do it that way. So that should be fine. And then we're going to basically do so we want to add them to the list. I know what we're going to need to do here is also just like add users automatically to this, right? So we're also going to have to do a public void load users to active viewer list. So we're going to have to load first. And then we'll put this one further down. Okay. So that creates the file if it's already there. And if it isn't, so after that, we want to add, at the beginning, people to this list. Okay. So then we're going to do load user to active viewers list. Okay. And in this, base towel, add heavy weapons guy. Heavy weapons might just be added. We'll have to see. For the time being, we just got the swords. So the swords are going to be it. Swords going to be it. But we may add additional weapons and things like that later on down the line. Once we've got the once we've got all the different bits. Plus something like Redshift. Redshift Ninja, you should leave out the equals true. Where? What, in this? I mean, yeah, that technically does still work, right, if you do that, but... I'll leave it in. This isn't my code, so I'm not going to mess with it. I'm not going to mess with it. But yeah, technically, yeah, I guess technically that doesn't need to be there. But it is what it is. Then you can do the users... users equals files dot read file... same path to array to get it. Okay. Persistent. So, load... access to viewers list. So we want to do users equals files dot read file read files same thing, so that dot to array. to array. Like that. Will that work? To array. Oh, outside of the brackets. Oh. That dot to array. That still doesn't like it. Cannot implicitly convert type string to system start collections generic list. Oh. I don't know why I didn't realize that myself. It's a list, not an array. Why didn't I just... Big brain go brr. Yeah, it should be toList. I did the wrong one, lol. See, I just mindlessly trust you, no matter what. I just don't even... like, you are my brain. You are my brain. toList. Okay, so that's fine. So we load the active users to list, so that... So it creates a file. If it doesn't... create the file, load active users, put them in there. Okay, now we need to do the save. So we need to add people to this, or add the user IDs to this, essentially. So we basically want to add them to the array and then add it to this. Ooh, but how do we do that? Do we update the... Do we add them to this and then reload it again? Or do we add them to this and then override this into the file? Like, what's the best way to do that? Because this will be done whenever someone sends a message, we'll be adding people to the list. Do we want to add people to the file and then load it in and override this list again? Or do we want to add people to the list and then override the file? What's the best way to do that? Add them to the list and then save to file, probably, because it just uses less read lines. Fair enough. So we'll need to check to see if they're already in the list. So if users.contains user ID return else users.add user ID. See, I know how to do that one. I know how to do that one. That I can do. That I can do. Even though technically fucking IntelliSense did it. But I knew that is the right thing to do. Right, this is where it's just not. Okay, and then if we do add a user ID, we want to save it, and you put a message in there earlier. Add file.exist path. I forgot to add that to mine. Wait, what? Add file.exist path. Where do I need to add that? Also, just to be safe, add file.exist path. Here? So override this? Is what you mean? Or do I need to add this into this? Wait a moment. Okay, cool. I'll just keep setting this up instead. Okay, so we're adding them to the list, and then we want to save them directly. So we want to files dot write to file user IDs string data file path. Oh no, that's the file path. This, then the data, so user ID. Oh, there's another thing we need. Append. What does append mean? Oh yeah, remove the unitools. Yeah, I got that. I got rid of that right at the beginning. Don't worry. Don't worry. I got rid of that ages ago. Add to the list, basically. Append means whether it should add it or not. So that should just be true, right? Because I do want to add it. So will this add it? Will this override, or will this just add it to the list? So say I've got like 3 names in there. If I run this, it'll just add it to the bottom, right? It won't override everything. Okay, cool. Okay. I can't remember, but probably we'll check. We'll check the TXT. We'll test it. We'll test it. Okay. So now I need to run this from the instantiation bit. So in the Twitch client, not in the Twitch client, in the Twitch chat. When we instantiate a character, set defaults. We can do it here. Oh, in fact, you know what we should do? We should make this a singleton, right? Or do I just make this a static class, actually? Because this isn't going to be, like, changed at all? Do I make this into a static class, or do I just make it a singleton? What do we think? Because I've just added some dot file exists for you to prevent some errors. Oh, just use the new files. Okay. Let's delete this real quick. That works for me. I will delete that one. Files.cs. Yeah. Oh, if we add that in. Cool, cool. Click, 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 click. Okay. Twitch chat error. Oh, yeah. Get rid of that. User ID. Oh, I didn't pass in the user ID, so we'll have to do string user ID. Instantiate character. Did I really not pass these through? God damn it. Pardon me. User ID. User ID. Oh. No, this one doesn't. Oh god. Ooh, this is tricky because this doesn't actually know the user ID. So we'll have to do some kind of conversion to basically check to see it. Okay, so in the Twitch client, so in persistence data, we also need to save the username. Or do we just use username instead of user ID? Is it going to be that big of a deal? Is it going to be that big of a deal? I mean, if people change their usernames, technically it breaks it. No, we really should do it properly. We really should. Shouldn't the user list only be people who send their messages? Yeah, that's what we're doing. But on the on-viewer thingy here, basically what we're going to set up is basically, so when a character is instantiated, it's in fact, technically we'll remove that for the time being. We're basically going to do a check within this afterwards to basically check to see if a character has their user ID within. Oh, but we can't check. We'd have to cross-reference it. We're just gonna have to do username instead. We're just gonna have to do username instead. It's fine. It's fine. We'll just do username. It'll be alright. We can always have a look later, and we can always update this later, but let's get it working first. And then the Twitch chat will want to check. So first of all, let's make this, if I make this static, I then have to make all of these static, don't I? I don't know how that works. I'm just gonna make it a singleton. Let me just chat GPT how to make a singleton again really quick. In fact, I'll just make a singleton class. That's just easier for me. Create a singleton class in Unity for me to add scripts. It won't work. Replace existing using data.txt with / existing units. Where? Existing. Oh. / like that. We should also just realistically make a private string data path equals that. And then just put that in there. Just to make things a little bit cleaner. Let's also just do that. That probably makes a lot more sense. Rather than just retyping that out constantly. There we go. You can just pass through null, and if it's null, just return. Shouldn't user list only be people who send message? Yeah. So we'll add the files. We'll send messages. So we'll add to the list. ChatGPT should have made that singleton class. One here, static instance, my singleton method. How to use attach a script to a game object in your scene. You should also add a script to an existing game object. Singleton, singleton, in. Okay. So this we'll just leave for the time being, because we'll have to do a check beforehand to see if they are. That's fine. We'll do all this in the awake. Won't be a second with you guys. I'm just going to create a singleton class check. Go to the projects. Add. So with that up, copy. Put that in there. Hopefully that doesn't come up with a compiler error. No, it's fine. Cool. So if I copy this now, I can then come into the persistence manager, replace that with that. No? Oh wait, no. Persistence manager. I should just be able to do that, and this is now a singleton. Because basically just doing all the checks in here. So now, if I go into here, in fact, is it lowercase? Uppercase instance, cool. So I come into Twitch chat. In the instantiate, we should do persistence data dot instance dot save value. There we go. I really like. I need to get this saved as a script as well, just so I can drag this as a component. I really like doing this for creating singletons. You basically create a singleton class, and then you can literally just, instead of put mono behavior, put the singleton there. It still acts as mono behavior, which is cool. But then, yeah, you can literally just add it onto anything, and then it'll automatically, rather than having at the beginning of any script you want to be a singleton, adding all that kind of stuff there. Oh, it's called a singleton. I just thought it was like static abusing or instancing. Yeah, I mean, it is just instancing, but the actual, like, it's a pattern called the singleton pattern. Yeah, that's what it's technically called. I just prefer doing it this way. I've got it set up in AmbersTale because I don't want to basically write all of this constantly at the beginning of any script I want it. So I basically just create a class to make my life easier. But not many people know to do it this way. Not many people know to do it this way at all. Most people would literally just do it like in the way, go destroy game object, blah, 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 blah. It's so much easier just to make the class and then just do it this way, because then it just does all the checks for you. The only caveat with that is, for example, if you've got something running in the awake, if we do awake, you have to do base dot awake as well. And you have to make this an override? Override posture check? Yes, of course, of course, of course. Oh no, this has to be virtual, doesn't it? Virtual. Boy, I forget which one it is. This is okay, this is virtual. Sorry, it is override. Override. Why is it still not liking me? Private. Cannot change. Okay, let's just update that. So instead of protected, it's private. No, it needs to be public. Why? I've changed it. I've changed it. Virtual or abstract members cannot be private. Oh. There we go. So, yeah, that will basically fix that issue. So, say we've got something in the awake in the script that is a singleton. We still want this stuff to run, so you just have to add this in there. Like, it doesn't usually... It's a bit of a niche fringe case, but, like, that fixes the problem. Do you need to do that to start us? No. No, because I don't actually run anything in the start of the singleton. It's basically only because we run all this stuff in awake. If we also want to run something else in awake, we have to override it as well. But we still want it to run this stuff, otherwise it negates the whole point of it being a singleton. To be fair, I very rarely run stuff in awake anyway, so it's like rare that we have that issue. But if we do, for example, want to run something in awake, we have to do that based on awake thing instead. It works. It works. Alright, so right path, save username, Twitch chat, we're adding the username here. I'll figure out a way to do the actual user ID thing off stream, I presume, to be fair. I'll figure some kind of checks in where we can just do it like that way, but yeah, it is what it is. I usually do the static class instance equals this, lol. Yeah. I mean, I just prefer this because I'm not messing around with statics, because then you have to make everything within it static, and it's just like, that's a faff. And I don't have a big enough brain to realize how to make all that work. I don't like using statics all that much. I don't know why. Statics are probably better. I just don't like using them. This works. This wouldn't work really for multiplayer stuff, like, and there are instances where singletons are just bad. But I don't know. For the context of stuff that I make, singletons work. I gotta go in a couple of minutes, so good luck with the rest of the system. Thank you, Dr. Leaf. We're gonna have to figure this out without you. Without you. But I think we should be okay. We should be able to figure it out. Surely. Surely. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Maybe you'll come back and... Yeah, you got this. Thank you. Thank you very much. We do got this. We do got this. If in doubt, GPT. Man, like, got it. We got it here. We got it here. We're golden. We're golden. Should be fine. The P1. Good morning. Welcome. Welcome. Been a while since we've seen you on one of the streams. Happy days. Good to see you again, man. Good to see you. And you know what? It is a good morning. Unitools. Yeah, we get rid of that then. Cool. Hi P1. I'ma tag you in, lol. Yeah, you're on new tech support, the P1. You're on new tech support for when things do go wrong. Into string. Why? So it does need it, but Unitools. Return lines. Why is this? Diana's Vibes just resubscribing. Mrs. Lazy resubscribing for the second month. Look at that. Look at that. Oop, my code is broken. Yeah, before you go, change that to return array. Oh, do I need to return it to array now? So you're setting up as array. I mean, I need to get rid of that. Return. Wait, why is this not working? Remove Unitools. Damn it. It sends it. No, that's fine. Change that to return thing to lines dot to array. Okay, lines dot to array. There we go. All right, that should fix my issues, right? Right? Fingers crossed. As soon as it loads, clear. Okay, yes, that works. Cool. So now, I don't have Mon to resub. Oh, can don't worry. That's all good. You're still subscribed, right? Oh, is that just because you're a month subscriber? Since January 16th. Oh god, yeah, you're not. Damn. Who knows? Let's be honest. Like, we may get some additional subs later on down the line. We are doing a subathon next week, so you never know. Next week you could end up with another sub. Who knows? But don't worry. It's not like you being here is the important bit. Oh god. Get business data cannot be called from constructor. For instance, in await or start instead. Okay. Well, it's okay. So it added a bunch of people, but it didn't spawn them in. That's good. But what is this? Cannot be null. The code looks to be broken. Oh dear. Hydrate. Yes, I actually need to get a drink. I'll finish my coffee. So let's get some Pepsi going. It's Pepsi time. There we go. Whoop. Chin chin. You can't use persistent data path in await, basically. Application dot. Ooh, sit up as well. Of course. Application dot persistent path has to be in start, not await. But have I put it in awake? Undo that. Did I not put it in thingy? Persistence data. File dot. Application dot persistent path has to be in start. No. Oh, is it just because I've got it here? Okay, so what we'll do is we'll just do data path equals this. So we'll just set it there instead. Equals in the start rather than doing it there. That should do it, right? Awesome. Carrot! Exactly. I love the fact that we've got those sound effects in Dyna's stream. Me just screaming stuff at him. It's honestly so funny. Okay, LazyBot join the stream. Okay, so if type hi, we spawn in. Cool. So in theory now, all I need to do is first of all, I need to check the actual things. I need to check the TXT. Does it spawn something here? For the things, or do I have to build it? Where do I actually check these? The thing. No, it spawns in app data. Okay. Debug.log the path, then go to your file systems. Makes sense. Debug.log data path. Let's get this open on the side. Did I not save? I did a debug.log. Where is it there? Oh, yeah, I just need to get rid of that as well. So that can go. Why did it not debug.log? It's there. I asked it to. Why is that not showing? What? Save it. Let's just put it in here instead. Maybe it's just because it's right next. I don't know why that would be the case, but debug.log data path. Yes, that should be fine. Why is that not liking me? Is your singleton not running the start method? It is. Oh no, the singleton doesn't run the start. It only runs the await. So it shouldn't. This should not be affecting it. Right, let's just for the sake of it, mono behavior. Let's set this as a mono behavior and then see if it actually plays. Oh yeah, we need to update the Twitch chat. Let's get rid of some of these states. I don't need all of these. Twitch chat. Just for argument's sake, let's see if this will play now. Yeah, it's still not sending it. And that's running mono behavior at that point. So it's the singleton actually isn't having anything to do with it at this point, because it's just on mono behavior. Debug.log data path. Why? Data path equals application user text. It's not on the scene. Of course it wouldn't run. I can't even spell that. Let's just call it data. Oh my god. My stupidity honestly does. It does make me laugh sometimes. It does make me laugh sometimes. Jesus Christ. There we go. There we go. Alright, then we can just go into this and we can just... There we go. Then I come in here. Alright, we've got a list of names. You're on the docket. Oh dear. You're on the docket, everyone. So let's see. Oh, that's not going to update, is it? Happens to the best of us. It really does. It really does. Me do a stupid. Dr. Leaf. Okay, we can just pull that out here, actually. So now, if we press play, and if people send a message... So am I on the list? I'm not on the list. So if I send a message, hi. Test, test. Load users. Write to files. Probably doesn't update in real time. Okay, so if I close it down and then reopen it. Okay, it's still not done it. Might want to close and reopen. Yeah. Still not done that. It's got Dr. Leaf and Can in there, though. Existing using data. Yeah, it's still not done it. If user.contains username, users.add username. Oh. Oh, wait. Of course. Yeah, I commented it out, didn't I? Yeah. I commented it out because we were testing the thing with the singleton. That's fine. It's alright. We should be good. That's a very good point. What problems are you guys getting into? Honestly, a lot of these mistakes have just been me being dumb. Unironically. Me being dumb. Okay, so now if I say hi, if I then go into the file, yes, LazyTeaStudios is there now. Can's already in it. Dr. Leaf's already in it. Do we have anyone else? Okay, if I set connected LazyTeaBot, let's see if it'll detect LazyTeaBot as well. It doesn't. That's interesting. So now we've also learned that sending a message through Unity doesn't actually count as sending an actual message. Interesting. But it works. Epic. Thank you, Dr. Leaf. Thank you very much. We've got that now. Okay, awesome. Awesome. So now, when we instantiate a character or do the joined thing, now we go into the Twitch client, Twitch chat. Whenever we do this, or before we instantiate, when we do the join user, we basically want to go and add them to this dictionary, right? The spawn dictionary, instantiate the players who are viewing. Anyways, I gotta go now. Might join you later on my phone later. See you later. See you later, Dr. Lee. Thanks for coming along. Thanks for your help. Really appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your day, my friend. Enjoy the rest of your day. Okay, so now what we want to do is check to see if the username is contained within the singleton. If it is within it, no, not if it's contained within singleton. If the username is contained within that list, which is in the persistence manager. So we want to check to see if the username is in this. So we're gonna have to go and do this. So if persistence manager dot instance dot let me just close down everything I'm not needing, actually, just to make life easier. Twitch card, get restate. We'll use all of these at some point. In fact, singleton can go to. Okay. This needs to be public. Dot users dot contains username. Then we instantiate the username. And instantiate, we can get rid of the user ID because we're not using that. Instantiate username. That should be fine. We can just we can just stop passing through the user ID. Like so. Alright. Contains username. Okay, so currently This, now when we press play, if you can refrain from sending any messages, so we can test this. I will also not send any messages. Because we are both on the list, if you don't send a message, you should still spawn in after a short delay, because you're on the list. So let's see if that works. No one else should spawn, except for Dr. Leaf if they're still on the stream, which they shouldn't be. Myself and Can should spawn because we are on the list. And there we go. Only spawned in the people who are on the list. And because Dr. Leaf isn't on the stream as well anymore, because they left, they're no longer showing us viewers. Epic stuff. It works. It works. And that way we don't have all the bots. It's only people who have actively sent a message before and are watching will be here. Epic. That is beautiful. So now we don't have any of those bots showing up. It will only show people who are watching who have sent a message before, no matter what the message is. Awesome. We should also... Should we do that to the commands as well? Oh no, it does it whenever a thing is instanced. Characters created. So yeah, if anyone is ever in the game, so they've sent a message or anything like that, epic. Now we need to fix that stop. Why is the stop doing that? So if we click on you, which is this one, go to the animator, it's switching between running and idle. Why is it switching between running and idle? Because both of them are active. Right, we need to fix the stop command then. Why is it doing that? Handle stop command, state manager to idle. Whenever we're switching to idle, it's not deactivating in the state machine. Alright, so let's go back. Let's go to viewers. State and state manager. Get that set up. Let's get rid of this notification as well. Epic. Okay. My character's having a spasm, literally, because we're not updating the stuff for some reason when we switch. So when we start, we're set to the idle state, which is fine. Oh, in fact, no. When we start, we want... Oh, no, we don't want to be move random, because that's later. Idle state. After a second, we switch to the move random. So we'll just press play real quick here. And we'll just see which is ticked by default. As soon as anyone spawns in, whether it be by message or anything like that. Okay, I've spawned in. By default, just is running is going. Cool. Stop. So when we're doing stop, it's not actually updating. Move random. It's only the stop. So if I do move down 5. It moves to is idle fine. But when we do the stop command specifically, it doesn't like it. Why? It's not disabling the other version. We're not setting it as a command because it's its own independent state now. So this shouldn't be a problem. Is there something within the idle state that is breaking this, maybe? Viewers, state machine state, idle state. Enter. No, none of this should be an issue. Maybe if we just get rid of that. Because in theory, we don't actually need anything running within the idle state. Nothing should happen. Literally. So let's even get rid of that base. Let's see if that fixes the problem, maybe. Hi. Nope, that didn't fix it. Big ol' Why is that not working? Why is that not working? Look at all this. Look how crazy that is, man. Look how crazy that is. All these bots. There's so many bots. Crazy. Like, there are only actively, like, only seven of these people are actually in the stream. The rest are bots. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. Populated in the right corner. Yeah, because of the way it's actually set up, you kind of get trapped in here. Because the AI basically just always detects, and because this bit is shorter, and the only way to get out of this corner is just so happening to bump through here. Like, the only way to get off this island is for the randomness to eventually bounce you at just the right angle to move through here. So it's actually unlikely. Like, if you're random, you kind of just get stuck here. Unironically. Which is fine, I guess. Which is fine. I could make it harder to fall down here. But in the same regard, I'm surprised there aren't more people stuck down here as well. It is just always up here. Which is crazy. Crazy, but it is what it is. It is what it is. That's fine. I'm okay with this. I'm alright with this. Use idle. I have no idea why this isn't setting up right, by the way. None. On exit, setting it to false, but it isn't setting it to false in the case of this. Idle state, state manager. Because what we're doing is we're running this. We're basically saying if current state is not equal to null, exit the state. We're changing the state. Then we're doing the enter function. But why? Bounding box. Nightbot. Typing some stuff. I wonder actually, now Nightbot's done that, will that add Nightbot to this? It doesn't. It only actively adds people who actually type a message. That's so interesting. So bots and stuff won't get added. That's really interesting. That's really interesting. So actually what I need to do here is I can just manually add LazyTeaBot to this list, and in theory they should just spawn as well. LazyTeaBot, because LazyBot is always technically watching. LazyTeaBot should spawn in when it happens now, right? Yeah, there we go. LazyTeaBot instantly spawns in. They're always going to be the first. That's crazy. Right, that works now. Nice. I'm enjoying this. Me too. This is like quite therapeutic. Just casually coding, trying to figure out some problems, going on adventures. I rate this. I rate this. However, I really don't. I honestly have no idea why this is breaking with the animations. I have zero idea. It shouldn't be doing this. Stop. Because the whole point... the whole point is it unticks it, then ticks it. It shouldn't be ticking both. Ever. When we're setting it to idle... but only through this one. Like, if we go to the move random script, or we go to the move script even, project, states, move state. It works fine when we do this. New idle state manager. New idle state manager. Same thing. But for some reason, it's fine. It does it right when it's here, but it's not doing it right when it's here. It makes no sense. It makes no sense whatsoever. And I'm very confused. Very confused. Very confused. Because this should just work. Why doesn't it work? Stop command. It's literally just setting the state. Like, there is genuinely no reason why this shouldn't work. None. There is zero reason why this should not work. Is idle. Is moving. Is running. Yeah. In the move random, maybe it's the randomization still continuing. It has to be something along those lines. Like if we go into the move random, but the thing is, it only ever the only time the animation is updated is within this script. This is the only time. And it's only being whenever it works every other time except for when we specifically call it here, because this exact same line of code is being used in move state and it does it right. And for example, if I do move left 10, right, I'm moving. If I do stop, it works. It only doesn't work when we transition from move random to idle. That's the only time it doesn't work. And all that's happening during that time is it's just not deactivating the is running. Or maybe it's reactivating it. I don't know. Let's check the move random. Is there... Are any of these coroutines? No. Again, none of these coroutines. Again, this is only running at the start. So it's not like this can even be reactivated, because this only runs at the start. When all else fails, ChatGPT, right? Let's pull up ChatGPT. Let's get a new one going. I'm going to come along and we're just going to copy all these in. We're going to need the state manager to prove that. We're going to need the state script. What else contextually is needed? The idle state. Copy that in. And the viewer state. Okay. So now Oh, bollocks. I didn't mean to do that. Copy all this again. A new one. Bless me. Jesus. Copy all that. Shift this time. When we call this, the is running animation in the move random state is not deactivating, causing the sprites to switch between the animations constantly. Why is this? Let's see if it let's see if it figures it out. Hydrate, but of course. But of course. This you're encountering with it is running, not deactivating. It stems from the state class and its subclass. Classes handling the entering and exit state, specifically with regards to the setting the animation parameters. When you switch from move random state to idle state, you correctly call exit on the current state and enter on the new state. However, the problem seems to be how these methods interact with the animation parameters. In your state class, enter and exit functions are setting the animation boolean based on the animation string. This means that for the transition to work correctly, each state must properly deactivate its own animation parameters and activate the new parameters. If your move random state is setting the animation is running true in the enter method and never setting it back to false upon exiting your idle state, your idle state sets a different parameter, presumably is idle, without explicitly deactivating it is running for both. It's doing that though. No, I don't have to do this because it's doing it within that function. It's doing it within the state manager class. It's doing it here. So whenever the exit is ran within state, this is being set. Let me check something actually. So in the state, enter, base is being called, which is fine. So that means it is setting that. Is exit being called here at all? No. All right. Out of curiosity, override void exit. Oh, it has to be public. Okay, and within this, let's do base dot exit. Okay, and within the idle, it's setting it correctly, so that's fine. The only issue is it's not deactivating this, so let's just see if that fixes the problem. If it does, this is ridiculously stupid. I like using the hydrate button too much. I like using the hydrate button too much because of your checking your throat. That's weird. Literally. Hey, it works though. Alright. No, that didn't fix it. And it shouldn't have fixed it. Why? Oh, I did that in the move state. Let's go to the move random state. Move random. Oh! Oh, that's why. Because for some I've got an empty class here for the override exit. If I get rid of this, that'll fix the problem. Or if I have base.exit there, that will also fix the problem. It's because when I created this, I actually just had an empty exit thing on the move random state. So I can either get rid of this or run the base exit. But I'm not doing anything on exit anyway. That's the issue. That's it. That's it. Because when we're in the move random, it just isn't calling it because of the override. This will fix the problem. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Alright, we'll wait for it. In fact, I'm not going to wait. There we go. Hi, send the message. I'll start moving. /stop. There we go. There we go. Another solution, of course, is just going to be to add the base.exit in there. That will also fix the problem. You can test it again now. I'm just going to relaunch it. This should also fix the issue. Hi. Start moving. Stop. 2 solutions. We found 2 solutions. Oh, that's so stupid. So stupid. We figured it out, though. I'm going to say game reference. Ooh, what kind of game reference? Let's hear it. Prepare thyself. That sounds very Elden Ring-ish. That sounds very Elden Ring-ish. Am I right? Am I right? Is that Elden Ring? I waited. I'm gonna presume it's Elden Ring. That sounds like Elden Ring. Was it Elden Ring? Eh? 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 Okay, I'll just continue. LazyBot connected. Why is that still doing it? Don't be doing that, LazyTbot. We need to stop you from constantly saying that in Twitch client. Is it just because I'm clicking? Let's just get rid of that. There we go. There we go. We fixed some problems. I'm actually chuffed with that. I'm actually chuffed. We figured it out. And we've added Corner Gang. And we've added Corner Gang effectively back into the mix. Which is always good. Always good. So now we just do can LazyTbot. Is that Nightbot is in there as well? Okay, so the Nightbot message was added as well. So that's cool. Stop. Move up 3. And now we're heading over to Corner Gang. Let's double check to make sure this works again. Make sure everything runs chef's kiss smooth. It works. It works. You really have to be like close though. You really do like have to be careful. What I might just do actually, I'm going to just go into the prefab. So we're going to get the viewer and we're just going to adjust their collider ever so slightly because that's like kind of brutal. Let's just set it so it is actually on the feet. There we go. And that should make it a bit more lenient when you're actually like moving around. Okay. Okay, we actually did it. Pixel tiny. Oh yeah, what was I right? What was the reference Elden Ring? Was the game reference Elden Ring? I need to know. I need to know if I was right. Or if it's from something else. Because it sounds very Elden Ring. Nope. Damn. That does sound like something that's very from Elden Ring. Let me Google this to see what it's actually from. Let me Google this. Prepare thyself. Ultra Kill. Never played this one. I want to say Ultra Kill. Yeah, Ultra Kill. Never played Ultra Kill. Interesting. Very interesting. Alright, that all works now. So now we can come along and file build and run. Let's save that. We can get rid of all these bots now. No more bots. Close it down. We're also just not going to have that many people because not that many people are actually in the list yet. But when we build it, it's going to create its own list again, technically. Oh god. What are you not liking? Oh, this is so stupid, right? This issue, literally, I don't know why it's coming up, but if I close Unity and reopen it and build it now, it'll work. I don't know why. I don't know why. But it happens. Oh, 12 o'clock already. Look at that. Okay, so now, if I build and run. Hello, whoever is watching this. Epic. Yeah, we've got some lurkers, which I'm all about. I'm all about that. All right, and now that worked. Epic. So now, one thing I also want to check is, so LazyTeaBot's just in there, always there. If I go to Games, Builds, Twitch Game, where is this? About where will it share? So if I build the game, is it literally just going to share it in like it's going to save the file data in just my personal data thing? So technically, as long as I have this, so it hasn't updated yet, which is fine. There we go. So, yeah. Okay, so it's not build dependent. It actually just saves it on my drive. Or in the Unity files, is it? Let's go home. In the app data. Open file location. Oh wow, got a bunch of app data for bits. Fair enough. Twitch game. Let's pull this over here. Okay. I mean, this works. This works. So no matter what the build is, it'll just be fine. I like this. It works. It works. So now, if we do have any lurkers at all, now is the time to just send a quick message. Anything at all. Can be a single letter. Whatever. Just so your name will be added to the list. The secret voice, Monty. Hello. Laranja, hello. There we go with yo. So now I'm back with audio only. Not a problem. You came back at just the right time. Because we've basically set it up. So that anyone who's messaged, anyone who's ever sent a message from this point onwards. So anyone that sent a message from this point onwards has been added to this list. If your name is in this list, which means you have sent a message before, whenever I build this game, if you are watching the stream, you will spawn in. You don't have to send a message or anything like that. Like, if you're lurking, whatever, you don't even have to send a message. Like, if you are watching the stream, whenever this game is running now, you will spawn in. You don't have to tag in or anything like that now. Epic. And it just means that all the bots and stuff are not included in this at all. Ever. So only people who are actively engaging and chatting will ever show on this. Awesome. It works. That was hard. That was hard to set up. I literally just signed in. What timing? Your boy's been sleeping, obviously. Of course, Owen. Of course. But yeah, that was like phenomenal timing. Literally, as I'm like, I need people to type stuff. Here you are. Hey, Lou, but Corner Gang is not rigged anymore. Yeah, Corner Gang's not rigged anymore. You can actually die in Corner Gang now. And I've adjusted your colliders so you're not going to just like face plant it. So you can try and give Corner Gang a go. See if it works. Try and give it a go. And you know what? I will do exactly the same. Stop. Where am I? There I am. Okay. Move up 10. That can take me all the... Oh, no. Move up 10. There we go. That should take me to the top, right? The escape go. Good morning. It's 4:39 a.m. for me. Damn. That's like early. Jesus. I say that like I usually wake up at about 5 o'clock in the morning. At the moment. That won't always be the case. Move left 4. And I shouldn't die by going to the corner. Oh, okay. I was a little bit too high. Just a smidge too high. I know I can fix that though. I know I can fix that. Let me just reset this. It's because this collider is just bigger than that. So if I just move that like that, and I move that like that, that will fix our problems. That fixes the issues. This also just needs to be a bit higher. There we go. That now fixes the problems. So you can microscopically move a little bit higher. In fact, I'll make it a little bit like that. Come along like that. Save and build. Build and run. There we go. This fixes the problems now. So now if you can move all the way to the top, you can move, and then you have to creep your way over. So that should be fine. Now I tried to get on the duck. You can't get on the duck yet. We are going to be implementing a way. We are going to be implementing a way to ride the ducks. But that's going to be sub-based. It's going to be sub-based. Hi. Move up 5. Move up 5. All the way up. Where am I? Move up 5. There we go. And then move left 4. Move left 2. Move left 0.5. Oh, there we go. And yeah, you do. Boo, you said we'd all be in the game with a Halvin's message. That is true. But there is a slight delay on it. It isn't instantaneous. If you type a message, you'll spawn in instantly anyway. But with the actual automatic spawning of viewers in, it does just take a little bit because you have to basically send a request off to Twitch to get the data and then move it back. So it can just take a little bit of time for that to happen. But you can see everyone's just spawned in there, even if you didn't message. But yeah. How big is a unit of distance? So 1 is basically how far you move for a second. It is the equivalent to 1 square. You can see, like, these are actually all tiled. But you can see, like, here, there's a bit of a repeating pattern in the grass. Essentially, one of these 2 gaps, about this distance, is roughly 1. It's not exact, but it is. I think I'm going to have to leave now. I'll come back in half an hour when I'm at home. It's somehow laggy, even with audio only. See it. Not a problem with it. Speak to you soon. And we'll get your mod review underway. Ooh, we'll get your mod review going. People are going past. Without the riddle. No. Ooh, typical. Just imagine. Imagine being that rude. Imagine. What is the riddle, though? What is the riddle? I need to know what the riddle is. If you want to pass, you must answer a riddle. What is the riddle? Because I want to know if I'm capable of passing. And yeah, his mod review, literally. I'm excited. Well, I haven't looked at his PowerPoint at all, so we're gonna see. It'll be really interesting to see what that ends up being like. But yeah, I like this. This works, and I'm currently corner gang champion as well. And you can die in the corner gang. Corner gang is the only place you can die. Epic stuff. How many red shoes is a banana wearing a hat? How many red shoes is a banana wearing a hat? What? Does that even make sense? That just confuses me. That's the riddle. I'm just never going to be allowed to pass. Ever. Ever. How many red shoes is a banana wearing a hat? That just does not make sense to me whatsoever. Whatsoever. This is a false riddle giver. Do not listen to their lies. Ooh, we got some beef. We got some beef. All right, lads. I need to go and just pop some dinner in the oven. It's gonna get cooking for half an hour. I'm just gonna start cooking some rice and just get a fish in the oven. Just so I don't forget to eat. So I'll eat that in half an hour. Just gonna switch to the be right back screen. Just for like 5 minutes. Top up my drink. Go for a pee. And I will be right back. Okay, I will be right back. This game will still be running in the background though. So see you in a moment. See you in a moment. The answer is silence. The answer is silence. I know that one. Air technically takes up a very microscopic amount of space. The answer is silence. Sentenced to a life in the desert land. Oh my goodness. It was light. You will all go to the desert land where you will all enjoy as much light as you can. But does not light take up a very microscopic amount of space because a wave technically, or because the light itself is a wave, which does technically take up, albeit infinitesimally small, but it does take an amount of space. I'm accepting light then. If you have to accept light, you kind of have to accept air, because they are, in principle, the same. I do still believe that silence is the best answer, because you can fill a room with silence. And silence being a concept cannot take up any physical space. Because silence is the lack of sound, which is technically the movement of particles by a force. Boo, wasn't a good poo. I didn't go for poo. I didn't go for no caca. I went for, I just needed a pee because I've been keeping very hydrated. It has brought greater mental acuity. This is true. I'm ready and raring to go. Food is in the oven. I'm just ready. I'm ready to go. I don't know what to do now though, because we've made the game. We've made this part of the game, which is all cool and dandy. What do we do now? We've now set up the functionality to work as intended. I'm still planning to stream for at least another 2 hours. So what do we want to do? I'm going to set up yet another poll. Where can I access this? Twitch. Oh no, I don't want any of that stuff. I want this stuff. Alright. Alright, let's go. Okay. Poll. Where is my poll? Manage a poll. There we go. We got a new poll. What to do? Add new stuff to Twitch game. Add stuff to Twitch game. Work on AmbersTale. Play a game. And you know what? Let's allow additional votes. There we go. What doth thou want me to do? What do we want to do? Put your votes in. Put your votes in, and we shall decide on the your outcome. Add the tent. Just hitch up a tent. Just vibe. We could add attacks, so you can actually like exclamation mark attack and knock a player back, so you could, you know, knock people into the corner gang. Do a Celeste speedrun? God no. God no. Because, right, I may say we'll play some games. I'm not good at games. That's the caveat here. I'm bad at games. I'm bad at games. Okay, it looks like everyone just wants me to play games. The poll has ended. Boo, you're the greatest at TFT. I am okay at TFT, but I also don't know the current set, so I would be bad at TFT as well. But I am alright at TFT. That's like the only game I'm like half competent at. They are so fun and easy though. Again, I don't think you're like understanding how bad at games I am. I am very bad at games. I'm still buffering. Damn. That sucks. That sucks. Maybe one thing I could possibly do, and one thing I'm going to do anyway, I'm going to stop the YouTube side. So at least it's just allocating more stuff on mine. Plus, when we playing games, it's not... me playing games isn't necessarily, like, a suitable stream for YouTube anyway. So, if you're watching on YouTube, which I think is all of, like, at the moment anyway. But if you are watching on YouTube, I'm going to be stopping the stream here. If you want to continue, we're going to be playing some games over on the Twitch side. Click on the link in the description. You can continue, and we'll keep on there. But if you're on YouTube, thank you very much for joining, and I shall see you on the next stream, which will be Saturday.